Welcome to What's News, our fortnightly delivery method for science news and stupid science jokes. New data from the Laser Interferometer Gravitational Wave Observatory, or LIGO, has allowed scientists to catch a glimpse of a neutron star being consumed by a black hole for the first time. In the space of 1 week, we've seen it not once but twice. Maya Fishback, a gravitational wave astronomer at Northwestern University who helped make the discovery, said most people suspected that there were black holes merging with neutron stars, but this is the first time we've confidently seen exactly that. A neutron star is the collapsed core of a massive supergiant star and can have a mass about equal to our Sun. This doesn't seem particularly amazing, but when you realise that a neutron star has a diameter of about 20 kilometres, whereas our Sun has a diameter of 1.4 million kilometres, it really highlights how bizarre neutron stars actually are. Neutron stars, as the name suggests, are made up almost entirely of neutrons. One of the truly amazing facts about neutron stars is that a matchbox size of the neutron material would weigh about 3 billion tonnes. When the black hole and neutron star collide, the impact can produce a massive gravitational wave that can be detected on Earth. The event that occurred about 1 billion light years away was only detected by its gravitational wave, suggesting that the black hole swallowed the neutron star whole. Scientists hope that one day they may observe a neutron star and black hole colliding, as it is hoped that this kind of interaction will lead to a spectacular light show as the neutron star is ripped apart. It's hard to stay neutral when there's new neutron knowledge around. As promised, we continue to bring you updates on the strange behaviour of muons detected at the Large Hadron Collider. The news being is there is no news. Diddly squat, none, nada, zip, zilch. A recent paper found while trawling for news in the Journal of Experimental Biology has shed new light on water pollution. Czech researchers have found that it is possible to get trout hooked on methamphetamine. The fish suffered withdrawal symptoms when the drug wasn't provided, and the fish's behaviour would change to gain the meth. While this story seems utterly ridiculous on the face of it, it does have some really concerning impacts. It means that medical pollution in rivers and streams could be having a much larger impact on the aquatic life in these waters by changing their behaviours as well as affecting population levels of the trout. We are waiting for the Breaking Bad remake, Haking Bad with Walter Pike. Terrible, terrible. My bird has no nose.
How does it smell?
Using its olfactory bulb. In smelly news, recent research on a wide selection of bird species is threatening to overturn 200 years of accepted scientific fact, namely that birds can't smell. Research by John James Audubon almost 200 years ago found that vultures would flock to fake food rather than hidden real food, which was taken as proof that vultures can't smell. This accepted fact is being eroded with the recent research illustrating that birds' genetic material has the correct genes for smelling, and recent evidence has shown birds acting on the smells around them. In the 1960s, it was found that multiple seabirds located fish prey by the smell that the plankton the fish eat release. This research was dismissed as unusual and unimportant, as Martin Mikulski, an ecologist, said at the time, talking about birds being able to smell made you part of the dark side. However, further research in 2008, 2020 and a paper released this year have all shown that birds do indeed both possess the ability to smell and that they actually respond to the smells they detect. Storks will fly to the smell of freshly cut grass, and blue tits respond to stress hormones released as smells by trees that are being attacked by certain insects. Further research has shown that smell guides social interaction between birds. As the birds preen themselves, they rub scent from a scent gland near their tails onto their own feathers. It has taken a long time to sniff out the truth, but scientists are finally coming around to the idea that birds may have the power of smell. The giant Plumnose Anemone, which has one of the best names ever and looks a bit like a cauliflower, the objective worst vegetable, has been found to have a strange dietary choice. The anemone, found on the US Pacific coast, lives a very quiet ocean-based life, living off zooplankton, tiny marine invertebrates, and ants. Studies of their stomach revealed that almost 10% of their stomach contents were ants. The ants have probably been blown or washed into the sea during their mating season, and would have provided a zingy addition to the anemone's diet. This study really highlights the bizarre interactions that can occur on our coasts. Scientists have used microbes to convert waste polyethylene terephthalate, or PET, into an ice cream flavouring. 3.1 million tonnes of PET plastic is produced annually in North America, and its presence in our ecosystems is rapidly becoming a huge environmental concern. Scientists and engineers have been working to try and remove PET and other types of plastic using a variety of methods, including the use of bacteria that can eat the plastics. Scientists used E. coli bacteria to break down PET plastics into vanillin, the active ingredient in vanilla that gives it its taste and smell. Previous studies have shown the steps needed to break the PET down into terephthalic acid, PET's basic component. Researchers from the University of Edinburgh have taken it a step further by converting the terephthalic acid into vanillin. The world uses a huge amount of vanillin, with over 40,000 metric tonnes used in 2018. The development of this unusual approach to vanillin production could mean that the future of your ice cream is flavoured by plastic waste. We only wanted to finish on one strange story, but the Pentagon releasing a report on UFO sightings is too good an opportunity to miss. There are just so many chances for film references. This out-of-the-world report suggests that aliens may have come from beyond space and are responsible for potentially 140 sightings of unidentified aerial phenomena by Navy pilots. The report says that far from being an arrival, most of the reports are decoys and aren't physical objects at all. In fact, the only object that wasn't a decoy too was identified as a large deflating balloon. The report's unidentified aerial phenomena had a massively varied set of characteristics, with size, shape and behaviour all being freaks of nature. Hopefully this won't lead to the War of the Worlds or a Mars attack, but the thing is, the future is always uncertain. Will we find any more signs of aliens, Alien 3 or Alien Covenant? Who can say? What's that noise?
I don't know. Can
you hear it?
Yeah, I can.
Oh!